Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this yard roller for $50 or less. So the first thing I did was I got up in the morning and I went and I got a barrel. That was 25, or no, excuse me, that was $16 without a lid. So you can see me here, I just laid a barrel on top of a piece of 18 gauge drop and I am cutting out the lid. Um, If you can find a barrel with a lid, that will work too. You just need to weld something together to seal it. So this barrel, I'm going to go using sand instead of, I know some people fill them up with water. The reason I'm going to do sand is, one, I don't have to worry as much about the welds being absolutely perfect, and two, sand should give me a little bit more weight. So here you can see the barrel and the lid I just cut out for it. The tools I used for this wasn't very much. It was the angle grinder. You see, I do end up TIG welding this barrel on, or this lid on this barrel rather, and so on and so forth. And then of course drill and drill bit. So there you can see I found the center and I marked it, and I'm going to come through. I'm just going to poke holes in it. Now this barrel is about, I would say it's 20, maybe even 22 gauge. It's not super thick. That's kind of why I want to TIG weld it. But I'm drilling a 5/8 hole, and that's the 5/8 rod you see I'm using there. I had to go find another drill bit, but 5/8 rod all the way through it. And then the next thing, because it's so thin, I didn't want to have to worry about them being too wobbly, so I took this piece of 1/8 inch drop and I just found a regular old paint gallon, and with it I marked out a circle that I'm setting my torches up now to cut with. Now these are okay torches. They're just a $200 set I found, and I've gotten quite a few years out of them. I am thinking I'm going to upgrade at some point to maybe oxyacetylene instead of just oxygen and propane. The other thing I need to upgrade is the torch head. The flame actually starts getting less and less hot as time goes on. You're always adjusting it, and sometimes it works good. Sometimes it really doesn't work at all. But I guess when you're just starting out, not everything's perfect. I am getting it to work here though. Now, I'll take this time and I'll tell you the other material I bought. Yeah, I did need to use a couple drops. I know a full 4x8 sheet of 18 gauge is like $50. You really only need like a 3x3 drop. And that's pretty easily found. I think like you could probably go find an old washer or dryer in a scrapyard and cut it out if you really wanted to and you were really nickel and diming it. But for me, I had the drops, so that's what I'm using. And same thing with this 1/8 inch. This was left over from, I don't even remember what project. I think it was a project I was on before I was even making YouTube videos. And then the other thing I got was I got a stick, a 20-foot stick of 2" by 2" 1/8 inch wall angle iron. And you don't really need a whole stick, but that cost 25 bucks. So, and then I think I got $7 into the 5/8 rod I'm using, and that's kind of just a rough estimate because I didn't use the whole stick. So anyways, I got them cut out. Now I'm going around my TIG welder and I'm just tacking, and then I'm grinding down to make sure I have a really good fit up on this lid. A little time consuming. I spent, I guess, probably the better part of my Saturday between taking the video and, figuring out exactly how I'm going to do this. I wanted to do this project for a while. I actually had another channel for a while when I was first starting out, and things just got too busy, too hectic. But about the best video I ever had was me making the lawn roller, so I've wanted to redo that video ever since. Because it wasn't a really good one. It was way too small. We're thinking with this hopefully we can get at least 400 pounds in it. And it's a perfect reason because, one, it's spring and it's a good time to roll over the lawn, try and get out some of the bumps from the ground eroding and everything in the winter. But two, we just laid down some new crushed concrete on the driveway, so it's a good time to get that packed down. We got rain coming the next couple days, so that can get good and wet, and then I can go over it with this. I'm just fusing here. Really good fit up. Why waste the filler metal? Everything's laying in right now. Really, really nice. I did, however, run into a little trouble coming up here. I didn't realize I'm new to the whole recording thing, so I didn't realize I almost had the memory space full on my GoPro. So of course I kept working. I didn't hear it shut off, so I kept working for a while and missed a bunch of footage. But the only thing you're gonna miss is me putting the rod in, which I just drilled 2 5/8 holes through each side, and then putting the reinforcement plates on it and welding that in solid. So the 5/8 rod is going to go through, and then I have something that it can slide into that's pretty close in size, and that will go on the end as sleeves with washers just welded on each end. So I welded that rod in there solid, and then the washers will block the round tube, and the round tube is actually what's going to be connected to the brace, to the frame of it, and it's just gonna, that 5/8 rod's gonna roll the whole thing in there. It's a pretty simple design. Again, I'm gonna fill this up with sand instead of water, just for 2 things. I don't know if it's gonna help not dent the material at all, having the weight of the sand in there, but it's gonna give us a little more weight. I'm just taking my time here, making sure I'm tying in good and everything. I am gonna tap it for a spot just in case I ever want to fill it up with water. But yeah, this is after the fact where I figured out that my GoPro I'm all turned around. My GoPro quit recording for a while I was cutting everything down. So I just cut some 16-inch chunks out of the angle iron, fit them around the 5/8 tube, and now I'm just kind of welding everything together. I gave it about I think it's about a 2.5 foot tongue, just enough to pull behind the mower. But guys, it's a really simple build. It's a pretty good beginner project. You could do this whole thing with a MIG gun. I'm stick welding here just because stick welding is what I'm used to, and I just happen to have a lot of rod laying around. But I didn't get this thing painted. That will be a thing for another video. But the grand total at the end, it was $50, and I figure if you can get at least 400 pounds in it, and this is going to be me tapping the hole in the side just in case I do end up filling this thing up with water. My one fear with the sand was, once you have the sand in there, transporting it's going to be a bit of a blah, just if you got to take the sand out, in and out the whole time. Whereas water, I could just pop out this bolt and let it drain. So I just wanted to have that option in case ever I was going to run it down to the brothers or the moms or anything like that and let them use it. I could just take the sand out and let them fill it up with water, and it's, as you can see, that plate, it's all welded solid, so I don't think I'm going to worry about any leaks. But I did end up using it, trying to find a good angle here. I did end up using it in the yard, and it worked beautifully. I ran it over some bigger ruts. Of course, we had just got rain a few days ago. I ran it over some bigger ruts, and it smoothed them right out after a couple passes. If I remember right, I looked at maybe not even getting such a big one at Tractor Supply, and it was going to cost me over $100. So, fun little DIY project for all you guys who maybe just starting out welding, stuff like that. There's my plug nut. I'm just going to weld that nut on there, put an O-ring on that bolt, and slide it in, and it worked out beautifully. I will do a review on this thing after a while. for the sand, I ended up just cutting a hole in it, and about the size of a spade shovel could fit in, and then I'll sheet metal screw it back on as a cover plate. But now I'm just drilling this out so it fits up nice and good. And there you go, a do-it-yourself yard roller for $50. Like I said, it worked beautifully in the yard. And if you guys are interested, I can probably do a review video faster rather than later. I just kind of wanted to take a Saturday and play around with doing like my first project video. As many of you know, I'm new to the whole YouTube thing, and I'm just trying to get some tricks and tips on just filming videos and stuff like that. But it really worked out well. I can't complain too much. Of course, I needed to clean my shop. That's actually what I did the following day, and everything worked out pretty good. So there it is, guys, all done. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next video.